I want to show you how to get a file from your computer up to RStudio Cloud and then import it. And the file I want to get up there to RStudio Cloud is this thing, demo.csv, comma separated values. So let's close this, and then in RStudio Cloud I go up to this control right here where it says upload. Click on that, and it says it's going to go to the only directory I've got, which is /cloud/project, and file to upload, no file chosen yet, so choose file and go out in this thing to wherever you've got that file. Unfortunately, I'm right there right now, so click on demo.csv and then OK. And now it's up on my computer in the cloud. Okay, but it's not yet in my RStudio or my R environment. So right now, if I said str demo, and of course even if I spell it right, capital DEMO, object demo not found, well, it's there, but it's not in my global environment. Okay, so how do I get it into my global environment? Well, second step is to import the data set. Import, and I'll select this first thing, from text base R, and I won't use the tidyverse version, I'll use the version that came with base R. So from text, and it invites you to look at the files that you've got, and the only one I've got that I want to import is this thing, demo.csv, then open, and the name will be demo, and heading yes, because I've got the first row in my imported data is the names of the variables, and the separator is a comma. Yes, you can see that I've got a comma here, a comma here, and the rest of this stuff, strings as factors, there are no strings, so that really doesn't have any impact on anything. So now I'll go ahead and import it. Okay, and notice that it actually ran two commands when I did that, and the first one is the one that you have to keep. So let's put this aside for copying to someplace else. So do a Control-C or edit copy when you've got that thing selected. Okay. So anyway, now I can do what I want. I can do SUMMARY, left paren DEMO, and I can get the data that, and it says the dates ran from December of 15 to well, apparently these things are strings. So the weight went from 180.9 to 193.6. Steps had a minimum of 1,018 and a maximum of 16,000. So the data all looks okay. So, okay, what do I do with this now? Suppose that I would like to actually have this in a knitted document. Well, let's create a new markdown document. So I'll create a markdown document, and I'll just knit to HTML, and I'll call this demo1, and I'll say OK. And then I'm going to strip all the demo stuff out of it, all of RStudio's demo stuff, and I'll create a new chunk, insert R, and I'll say SUMMARY, left paren DEMO. Okay, and I'll put some text up here. Let's look at DEMO. Okay, and I'll run this chunk, and the chunk ran. That was just fine. But now let me knit the chunk and let me show you what happens. Go ahead and knit it. and I'll call it demo1, and I'll save it. And that created the file demo1.rmd. And it complained, it didn't work. And it says, if you look in the error message down here, it says object demo not found. Well, why? Because you see demo here. And the fact is, this is something to understand about knitting. Knitting happens in a separate session. When you knit, you don't have access, or the process which is operating when you knit does not have access to what's in your global environment. Everything that you want to have access to in the R commands in a knitted document have to be explicitly brought in. So remember that command that did the loading? Okay, well, let's paste it right here. Okay, and now let's knit it. And it worked. Okay, so that's why you have to save that load command that you used to bring demo into your global environment. Okay, so that's about all for this little demonstration.